Hello again, everybody. It's Plowboy's Ghost Channel. Rant just a minute. Maybe we can call it discussing something for just a minute. Saw a video the other day on YouTube. I told y'all I watch too much YouTube. There was and it's got to be a little bit older because it was from May. I don't know what year, how recent. Of a college student. A couple of guys, one of which was wearing not a good, the bad, and the ugly pattern, not a Clint Eastwood pattern serape, but he was wearing a poncho, and this girl, whom was holding the phone or the camera, was attacking him for cultural appropriation. Cultural appropriation means, in my best estimation, and boy, she was giving him a hard time, cultural appropriation apparently means that if your skin is anywhere near this color, that there's a lot of stuff you can't do. If it's other colors, there's pretty much anything's on the table. You can do pretty much what you want to, including attack people with this color of skin. Personally, I don't like bigotry and racism in any form. And cultural appropriation. For where is the times that I've gone out in public, that video made me think about, am I just in the wrong place being here in Northwest Alabama, where we don't have a lot of the leftist loons? There are some, but they are in the closet where they probably need to stay. And don't get me wrong, the closet's a good thing in some cases because it protects certain people. And we don't want to see people get needlessly hurt just because they're stupid. But am I just in the wrong place? If I were on that campus, I'd like to think that because I am who I am and lived on this earth long enough, I wouldn't take it like these young college guys did. They were almost apologetic and taken aback, like like they didn't know how to defend themselves. To me, it would have been as simple as telling the girl who was going off about cultural appropriation, say, I bought it, I'll wear whatever the hell I want to, it ain't none of your business, get. And if she lays hands on you, then we've got an assault issue. Won't go into that since it's female. Of course, a lot of them probably would, when it's not beneficial to them, probably don't want to be identified as female. But when it benefits them, protects them, believe me, they'll use it. But it got me thinking, appropriation, cultural appropriation, as though my wearing this, I've got along actually with every Hispanic that I have worked with, worked beside, done business with, talked to. This land right out here behind me and beside me that we're talking about leaving because, we're talking about moving because they're going to build a house almost within my shooting path. There's going to be like 3 or 4 houses within my shooting path of where I normally shoot out here. We have been here since the 90s. And this was out in the county, and that's what we wanted, was out in the county so that we can shoot on it, ride on it, hang out, party all night if we wanted to, like we did back then. Don't do too much no more, any at all anymore. Piss on it if we want to. You get the idea. Well, when you have neighbors, and there's been a house built over here since then. We only had one neighbor when we moved in here. But when you have neighbors, it doesn't really matter who they are. Of course, yes, it does matter if they're easy to get along with or if they're not. But it doesn't matter any of the other superficial things. But we want more land. We're looking at a spot with 80 acres, recently. We're looking for more land. And if we do that, we're going to have fun on this camera, this channel. Because I'll be able to do a lot more things and have a lot more room. But when I get to thinking about that, is it really an affront to a Hispanic person for me to be wearing a serape? Even though this is the movie, you could say this is Of course, it was filmed in Spain, but this is you can say it was Italian influenced, or it had Italian backgrounds because the director was Italian, or you can say it has, Euro whatever backgrounds because Clint Eastwood is apparently white. Seems like it to me anyway. Doesn't really matter. The place across the road, directly across the road from me, 14 acres, I've deer hunted a couple of years before the woman that had it till recently just sold it. That was bought by Hispanics. Don't know those people. But the people that bought this, I think I was alluding to it a moment ago and got sidetracked myself. These people are really nice. When they first moved in, or they ain't even moved in, they ain't built nothing out here hardly yet. But when they first bought this, I came home at night one night and saw lights way out in this. This is the wettest mountain on earth. And they had driven a nice Lincoln SUV or crossover, loaded down with kids, way out into the middle of this, and were stuck in the mud. It was terrible. I got out here at night time and pulled them out with my crappy old Jeep. My Jeep not only could go through everything they got stuck in, but with crappy tires on it, still pulled them out. And then pulled another one out that got stuck of theirs. Those people are nice folks. The old dude come over here the other day. He came to my house and gave me a permit to hunt this property before they, get started. So this deer season, here coming up in a few weeks, till about February 10th, if we haven't found another place, I've got a place to deer hunt because these are really nice people. So don't go thinking that I have any problem with them or any people based on where they came from. And I don't know their status or nothing. I know they've got businesses and they're really nice folks. From what I can say, I've met their mom and dad is actually, their older mother and father is probably the ones that's going to buy our house and our property because it's right here tied, right here beside this. We get along great. But my question is if they can buy, if people of Hispanic descent can buy land in Alabama or any other state, it doesn't have to just, you want to have an argument about the desert Southwest and where it came from eventually. I'm not talking about somebody's great-great-granddaddy did somebody else's great-great-granddaddy wrong. I don't have no idea. I'm talking about in the 21st century right now. If these good people can buy this land, and those people that bought this that I don't know across the road can buy that, why is it an affront if someone's wearing a poncho or serape? Doesn't make much sense, does it? Of course, I believe that college was in the Northeast. And we really don't expect a whole lot colleges in the Northeast. And of course, I'm sure it's not limited to there. West Coast, and there's idiots everywhere. It's rampant. But it's not cultural appropriation any more than somebody, and I think another thing that they were mad about in that video, the girl that was hysterically mad at these other, if I failed to mention, these were white guys, the one white guy that was wearing a serape. He mentioned he was celebrating Cinco de Mayo and she had a come apart. I got to think, well, do Hispanics in the United States or anyone of any other who's immigrated here from this country or from another country, do they not take, I know it's a national holiday, say for example the 4th of July. Do they not take that off? And do any of them cook out, drink, party, gather, have meals, gather with their families? Of course they do. And God bless them. That's the way I see it. I don't know. It's kind of a meaningless video and a meaningless topic, really, but I get irritated when I see things like that because, y'all, I still love this poncho. I don't wear it that much. I have worn it to town, and I will wear it to town as much as I want to. And, still got the man with no name that I put the snakes in. And I have got her since she's an open top. I've got it loaded with 6. Got the hammer nose firing pin right down between 2 case rims, and they will not turn far enough. They will not jump over a case rim. I don't go into that so much in this video. The loading 6 on some guns, I do. Some guns I'm not, but some guns I do. This is one, open tops, I do. After I test them, see that they work, I do. But I've still got the The man with no name still wear it. And my 19-year-old, he's our youngest boy. He's over 19 and a half now. I can't believe it. He actually likes this. He likes this and this gun. He's not typically into Western stuff. But he likes this, and I guess this is going to end up being his, or that's what he thinks anyway. I don't know. We've got 5 boys. We got a lot of stuff to work out if I'm going to be giving away, guns at some point. And I am going to hand down guns and stuff, and apparently Serape's going to go too, minus that dead fly. But anyway, what do y'all think about? I don't know. I just think that it's cultural appropriation is just a dumb term to begin with. I see everybody observing, taking advantage of the culture or the traditions or the holidays of another group of people. Just about. I'll be honest with you, I don't see a problem with it. If we're supposed to all get along, don't that apply to what we do, meaning no harm, being acceptable too? Let's get off this left versus right crap. Both of them are wrong in their own ways. Our salvation is not in party. And it's really not an ideology. At least not mainstream ideologies on either side. And it's not in the middle. Sometimes the truth ain't in the middle. That's just the way I see it. Talk to y'all later.